Well, the continued uncertainty in the job market and a slowing economy are making Americans save more and spend less. The saving rate climbed to nearly 4.5% in June, and yet almost a third of Americans have no emergency savings. Liling Tan explains.
It's time to save, it seems, as more Americans are tracking their spending and holding off on buying things they want but don't need. The U.S. savings rate jumped to 4.4% in June, according to the U.S. Commerce Department. That's a 0.5% increase from May. However, compared to households overseas, U.S. attempts to balance the household budget still look anemic. Consumers are facing a slowing economy, a weak labor market, and the possibility of higher taxes going into 2013.
People realise they need fairly significant buffers for the future. In fact, arguably those buffers are still probably not large enough. I mean, the US household saving rate is still only, close to 4%, so it's not particularly high by international standards.
Household savings rates in the U.S. still lag behind countries such as France, Germany and Sweden, according to research firm Global Finance. China, in comparison, is known to have one of the highest savings rates in the world. Overall personal savings in the U.S. are, in fact, down 1% from a year ago. Bankrate.com, which tracks financial rates, says half of Americans do not have enough emergency savings to tide them over 3 months.
The economy is still not growing robustly, and that's affecting everyday Americans and their ability to save. I think a lot of Americans have also chosen to focus on reducing debt, which is a great way to increase your financial security. But at the same time, they should also be putting money away for emergency savings.
The number of Americans with no emergency savings at all climbed slightly to 28%, while only a quarter of the population saved enough to cover 6 months, the recommended buffer.
U.S. consumer caution was evident in June as buying activity remained flat from the prior month. And with the jobless rate up at 8.3%, economists worry that if consumers keep saving more and spending less, it would hold back the country's economic recovery. Liling Tan, CCTV, New York.